We're
Boom.
live.
We're live. Hello, everybody.
Ta-da!
Those that didn't catch the live stream last night, we had a generator Q&A with James Condon, Gary Bernacki. We had some special guests. We had Arch's Garage. We had Arch in there. And we had Tom from Vintage Engine Repair in Australia. It was a long stream. It went from about 9 p.m. Eastern time all the way to nearly 1:30 a.m. We had a great time. So if you get a chance, catch it. There's some good stuff in there, some bantering. And at the end, there's some outtakes from Tom. Hilarious. You're going to laugh your butt off. But anyway, check it out.
And hit the like.
Yeah, it was fun. Anywho, I was talking to Klaus before, and we were talking about Walbro and things like that. And he asked me why I had the spiral diaphragm picture as the thumbnail for this week. Well, a friend of mine called me up and was talking about Walbro gauges. He had a WT, what was it, like a WT AEA. There were like 4 or 5 digits to it, but his W gauge, okay, like a WYT, but there's a WYTA. So he was using the regular WYT gauge, wasn't the right depth. He was flooding his carburetor, and he was wondering what's going on. So Walbro has a new W gauge called a part number 500-528. And on that gauge, I'll see if I can get a picture up for you real quick. On that gauge, it not only shows all the different depths for the WYs and WTs and all that, it also has the depth for the button on their new spiral diaphragm. Not a lot of people have used it, but that was, I think, one of the purposes of that gauge was to put the depths for all the carbs that weren't on the other W gauge. This is a slanted W. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of it. I'll show you, but it's a cool gauge. Don't get it on Amazon because it's like $23. But Klaus, what did you mention down there?
I found an aftermarket one called CTS. It looks one-to-one the same. But CTS, I bought the carb kits from them before on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only like $5.
Wow.
No, they don't sell that spiral diaphragm on Amazon, do they?
No.
I haven't seen it.
No. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, just like Walbro came out with that black primer bulb, which to me, wouldn't you want to see the fuel? But it's resistant to all kinds of, chemicals and ethanol and this, that, and the other thing. So,
UV.
Yeah, but I want to see the primer working. You know what I mean? So I want to see the fuel in it. But anyway, what was that number I gave you, Klaus? 500-528. Wasn't that the number?
Yep.
Why is it not coming up in my images? Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is, guys. All right, let me show you this picture. All right, here is the gauge. Let me zoom in. Hold on. All right, let me zoom in. Okay, the new gauge. Come on, guys. All right. Oh, I hate this. It looks like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a giant. But if you notice on the bottom, it's spiral. That's how you set the spiral diaphragm. Yeah. But if you notice all the numbers on there, the WYs, WTs, all those W, which are the rotary carburetors, all those are on this gauge. So most places are going to the rotary carburetors now, and they wanted to have a tool for setting that basically gave you all the rotaries. So that's basically what it is. So just to share. Oh, who's in the basement? Hold on. Ah, there he is. Oh,
Henry.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh yeah. Now, funny, we got, how much snow did you get up there, Hank?
Nothing. It just keeps flaking, but nothing sticking.
Really? We got 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got 4.
Yeah, I was surprised. I woke up this morning. I was supposed to go to breakfast with a friend of mine, and I got to Dodge. Dodge is going to make it, and I was like, you know what? Bed felt so good, so I ended up staying in bed a little longer than I ended up going to Dutchess a little while later. But no, it looks nice out there. There's a couple inches, but it's warming up. It's above freezing now, so as long as you take a shovel and push it, it's gonna melt off. So
it was fluffy stuff for the first time in many years here in Southern Ontario.
Yep. Yeah, this is heavy stuff, heavy wet stuff.
It's been coming down all day, but nothing sticking.
Yeah, it's still showing now, but it's almost like dust. You could barely
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
But it's not too cold though, and the wind's not too bad. So it's actually it's a nice day. It's fun for good snowman snow. Nice
Yeah.
sticky wet stuff. Yeah, so good for snowmen. But anyway, like I said, that you came in a little bit late. Yeah, Hank, hold on. God, I'm losing it here. I know. Tell me about it. But last night, I just did a little synopsis. We had that great chat with Condon and Bernanke, and we had Arch on there, and we had Tom from Vintage Engine. So those joining just now, click on that chat from last night. Go toward the end. You'll see some outtakes, some funny stuff, some really funny stuff.
I just finished watching the 4-hour live.
Did you see Tom though with the crow and all that? Oh my God, that James was laughing his butt off when he saw
the
that.
airplane?
Yeah. After all that, he's basically telling the crow to go F off. Then you see the crow flying by in the background. And he goes, "Okay, now I can start." And then jet goes by.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he couldn't catch a break. But hey, that's what happens when we film.
Yeah.
Especially outside. He had a crow. There's a guy in Australia on the other side of Australia called CEE. It's an engine place. It's a welding place out there, and he has 2 magpies that he treats as pets. But in the middle of filming, they're always trying to get food and stuff. So he has all kinds of editing for his channel. But what else are we doing? Oh, I wanted to talk about Milwaukee batteries, the M18 batteries. I found the M18 battery that I had lost. It was actually in a bag that I bought, like a tool bag, with a random orbit sander that I bought to do my deck, all the the blending in and stuff like that. I bought a 9 amp hour Milwaukee battery. The other one I had was a 5 amp hour. Well, anyway, been sitting in the bag for a year or two. Okay. When I found it, I hit the button, only one dot lit up. And when you put it on the charger, it says charged. I'm like, what the hell? So I go online. There is literally 1,000 videos on how to fix it. So I'm working on a video now. I'm going to try the simplest method. Hopefully, won't have to go up to the harder method, but I'll let you guys know. But there are ways to bring them back. But one thing I wanted to tell you about the M18 batteries and Milwaukee batteries in general, there's the manufacture date on the battery. And according to Milwaukee, they will guarantee any of their batteries 3 years from the manufacture date. So what I did is I looked on the one I bought a year or two ago, and that one's dated 2023. So it was fresh. I looked at another one I bought maybe 5 years ago. It's dated like 2008. And I'm like, oh, crap. So when you're buying these batteries, if you're buying them from someone that you know or someone that you could ask the question, ask them what the manufacturing date is on the battery. Because if the manufacturing date's 10 years old, is that why they're getting rid of it? It won't hold a charge or whatever. But if you could find one, maybe with a year left on the 3-year manufacturing warranty, be worth it to spend the money. I was always wondering, when you buy batteries at discount, they're probably near the end of their warranty life. So something to look for, And I also bought the adapter that goes from a Milwaukee battery to a Makita. It's like a $20 adapter, the plastic adapter. So now these big 9 and 5 amp hour batteries I don't have that much Milwaukee tooling, but I do have a lot of Makita. So now I could take that adapter and I could use it on the Makita and stuff like that. So there are those adapters out there. They work really well. So that's it. I'm done. Klaus, your turn.
Well, not much happening here, honestly.
No, you're dry. You're on that white January right now.
Oh yeah.
What
are you drinking? What do you got?
Coffee. Cheers.
What do we got? I got my
Na zdrowie.
Yeah.
Daj Boże.
No, it's been actually okay. In the shop, very quiet. Did some videos today, odds and ends. Tried to do a behind the camera Saturday morning. What happens behind the camera. Tried to see if I could film that. I don't know how that went, but I'll look at it later. So no, it's been fun, but nothing small related to small engines, unfortunately.
Hey, Brock.
Hey, Brock.
How you doing, fellas?
Brock.
Oh, they're coming in. Who's coming in? Let's see who else we got. Hey, here's a star today. Look at this. Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey,
Turn,
Robert, how you
turn your
doing,
phone, Robert. Turn your phone 90 degrees. No?
Thought he was in L.A.
No, I use
No.
all over the place. But Robert, I had
LA.
to ask you though, now that we got you on the screen. Engine that you had no oil in, is that one running or is it I know you freed it up, but did you get that one running?
It's running, but it's hunting and surging real bad.
Okay, but it's running. You freed it up and it's running.
Yeah.
Okay, but the one you showed me in the video, is that the other one you bought?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
The one in the
the
video,
thing-
you assembled the whole thing together with the machine. That's the newer engine off of eBay or somewhere.
yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
All right.
But the thing is, I'm having to pour gas into the carburetor to get the thing to even fire off.
The new engine?
Yep.
The choke is, well, you could do a leak down, you could check the valves. I mean, there's a lot of things it could be, you know.
Well, because when I got the engine, the lady forgot to empty the oil out and it had gotten into the crankcase breather. So I got that cleaned out. But I'm thinking that it's a pulsar jet carburetor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm needing, from a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to rebuild that? Because I said it's got the remote, the throttle and stuff like that built onto the engine, the little slide knobs.
Yeah,
The thing, well, I'm trying to find that pulsar jet carburetor rebuild kit, and it's like, I know the model number and stuff for the engine. It just that thing, like I said, if I had to keep pouring gas into the carburetor to get it to fire off, it's like, is it really worth? No, I don't know. I said,
Yeah,
yeah.
Paul's saying here 6 inches of snow. I think, what was it? South Carolina had snow, right? They had it pretty far down south this go around.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. Let's see. Paul's in West Virginia. So, yeah, you're probably not used to having snow down there. Hey, Noel's here. What's going on, Noel? How you doing?
I know.
I love Noel's garden tractors. He's got some ones that I want.
Yeah.
But anyway, Klaus, any small engine stuff this week or no?
No, not
Yeah.
really. Last Sunday, I did a little Husqvarna 120 Mark II, which came out today. But other than that, no, it's pretty. Actually, I did have a factory defect. I had a brand new still, an MS201 maybe. When the guy put the clutch cover on and tightened it, chain wouldn't move. So the only thing I could see is that that little spiral spring that sort of clutches the clutch drum to break it. It's too small. And so I put it back together and told him that's a warranty case. Go to where you bought it.
Hey, I just got a text from Brucey.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Cloudy in Mexico, first day of sun since arriving. Maybe he'll show up later.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see
Alrighty.
Bruce. He is down in good old Mexico.
Hola.
Yeah. Now,
Question we got here. What business software for inventory? Well, I do it as a hobby. Klaus may be able to answer that, or even you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne does it by hand.
Excel.
No, I mean, I know a lot of people use inventory, the spreadsheets, Excel, things like that.
I don't keep inventory. When the thing is about empty, I order 10 more.
See,
Jake
most
just got
of us here aren't, except for Wayne. The rest of us, it's just how about you, Brock? Do you use any kind of software or anything?
No.
Yeah.
At the shop, what we used to use is called Fishbowl.
Okay.
Yeah, here Jake just got a new accounting firm, like a real chartered accountant to do the books. for us, and they're likely going to tell us that we're going to need to implement some kind of a software program, likely the Excel or something like that. I think that's what they work on, because I've just been doing it by hand, because I have to do an inventory every year and put in the annual minutes what the inventory is and hand that into the accountants.
Hey, Lee. I know at work, I work for a defense contractor. We got the money and all. It's SAP. I mean, we use SAP based software and things like that. So, but Lockheed Martin has their own software that they want to implement too. So, depending on the company you work at, if you're self-employed, you're going to go. You've got QuickBooks and Money and all the different softwares that offer that type of option. But there's all different ways. I like Excel myself. But QuickBooks, that's another one that's you can do money and inventory and things like that. So a lot of different software out there. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on it unless I was making great money at it. But put it this way: if I have, I don't know, $10,000 in inventory, probably I'm small. I'm very small. Let's see.
Now.
Who else we got here? Let's see who else is in the.
Yeah, again, Kenny, I hit the link that you sent me, and I don't get any live chat on the right-hand side again.
Yeah, but you know what, though, Wayne? If you want, close out, go into my YouTube channel.
Now, I'll let you talk to me about the comments.
No. Because now, hold on, somebody else in the basement. Hold on. Because now I'm able to schedule these things. Makeshift, our buddy Makeshift Farm. Hey, how are you? What's going on?
Yeah, make
Turn
sure.
your camera.
Turn your camera 90 degrees.
Nope.
Unless you got it locked on portrait.
They probably got locked on, yeah.
Yeah. Usually when you have your phone on, you just swipe it up real quick and you can turn the lock off.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that little turny thing.
Oh,
Yeah, you
maybe
should
that's
see
better.
the lock on there.
Is that an auger? Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
auger.
Oh, you going ice fishing?
No, I actually
I'm working
picked
on an
up
auger.
Jiffy ice auger with Tecumseh for free, and I just got the new carburetor today.
Nice.
So I'm putting that on.
Yeah, no ice fishing here. The lakes haven't been frozen in years.
Yeah. Lake Erie hasn't froze for I don't know how many years now.
Yeah. So yeah, Echo Saw.
Yeah, it's my Echo 490.
Mm.
It's ported.
You keeping busy or just keeping up?
Keeping up. I did a lot of brush removal today on the property. We're gonna have a bonfire tonight.
Nice. Snow? What are you getting for snow?
Northern Wisconsin, this is pretty unusual for this time of year, but there's only like 3 inches.
Wow.
So
Now, when you say northern, what bordering on the top of you? What's the next one?
the upper peninsula of Michigan is right on top of my county.
We're neighbors.
Where are you?
What are you Detroit area, Brock? Where are you?
No, I'm in northern Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I moved here 3 years ago from Detroit area.
Oh, okay.
Good move.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where everybody goes to retire. So,
Well, they say Detroit's making a comeback or whatever. I have a friend of mine in the expensive, was it Thousand Oaks? Is that what it's called?
Don't know.
Golden Oaks or something in Detroit. It's like
Royal Oaks.
Royal Oaks. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there. Not too cheap to live there. Oh, nice to see it to come. So you don't see too many of those anymore.
No, you don't.
What was wrong with it? It just needed the carb. That was the only issue.
Yep.
Is that 40-1 on that one?
I think it's actually 32-1.
32,
I'm not seeing anywhere it says that though.
Yeah, I know that they're weird when they, those smaller ones like that.
What's the brand of the auger? What's it say on the side?
Jiffy.
Oh, Jiffy. Okay.
Yeah. Most of the guys around here use battery operated ones now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are pretty cool now. You can even use your cordless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
you
neighbor's
got torque
got
in
one mounted to a drill.
Yep.
Yeah, the old drills.
I think Ego even have an auger that on a battery
Yeah.
pack.
Yep.
thingy.
Yep.
We were talking about battery packs last night, and I hope James comes up because I'd like him to show. He introduced me to this small inverter and USB and all that stuff, and LED light. Hop onto an M18 battery. His was on his Ryobi, same brand that made the adapters, but they made it for all different brands. But then he went out and he bought a bigger one, maybe 10 inches long, that has the big Ryobi 40-volt battery. And I said to him, I go, Jim, what do you power with that 40-volt battery? And he goes, this. So he bought the battery just for the inverter because it's 300 watts. He can edit on his laptop and on his
Wow.
PC with this portable piece.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
That's
kind of
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah. So I hope he comes on and shows us because it was pretty interesting when he showed me that. I only have the little one that goes on the M18, but it lasts forever. I've got a 200 watt in my AC plug, then 2 USBs, a USB-C, and an LED light on the top. So it's kind of cool. It was $23, I think it was. It was cheap.
That's not bad.
No, it was cheap.
So Kenny, you're gonna try to boost one of that Milwaukee battery off another good one, right?
Because I've been watching all those videos for the past week. I have one that's technically still under warranty. It was made in July of 23, but I don't have the receipt.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll break your stones if you don't have the receipt. So there's 5 different ways of bringing the battery back in balance with the charge. So I'm going to go through the easiest to the hardest. Hopefully I don't have to go all the way up. But the first one starts out with one battery to another. The other one starts, then you go to charging each pack of cells. And I bought I was going to buy a $70 lithium ion charger. Okay, I figured, I'll use it someday. No, I spent $5 and I got 3 lithium ion circuit boards to charge the lithium ions. They're like $4 or $5 shipped for 3 of these circuit boards. And all you do is solder on 2 wires with alligator clips and another 2 wires to go to a voltmeter.
Oh.
And it automatically protects the batteries and all that stuff.
Yeah, because I tried to charge one of ours that had a cell that was low and it wouldn't recharge.
Yep.
And so I took the good battery and then I knew which battery I had to go to boost that one lithium cell so that I'd be able to put it on a charger. But I made sure I was hanging on to the battery. I wanted to see how hot it was going to get. It started to get so hot that I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's going into the recycling bin. Because it just started to build up heat and it still wouldn't take a charge.
Huh.
So it likely had a bad cell in it.
Yeah, more than likely.
Hmm.
I'm going through the same thing.
What was that, Kenny? What was that?
No,
Kenny?
Robert, I can see
What
him in
happened?
the basement. When I click on him, it's black. Look, I just clicked on him. I can see his whole
But that's
Huh?
not.
I can see
okay.
his whole face
Oh.
in color in the basement, but it's black when it comes up. It's weird.
Well, he was going
Huh.
through some tools or something there just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Robert, try it again.
No, but see, that's Robert. Isn't
Let's
that,
make sure
no, that's
farm.
right.
Let's
That's
make sure farm.
outdoors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Makes
But anyway,
okay.
there's some simple ways to do it, and then there's other ways where you charge the cells. I don't want to have to take the cells out and all that, and I don't think I have to. So, excuse me. Hopefully, the first 1 or 2 methods are cheap, effective, very easy. I hope it works because it's a 9 amp hour battery. It's not a cheap battery. It was like a $75 battery pack.
Yeah. And don't get the Chinese ones.
No, not at all. Yeah, not
They
at all.
don't have the output. I don't know that they've got the safeties built into them properly.
And some even say that if Milwaukee batteries, you shouldn't go above 6
No.
amps. Just buy
Oh,
more.
as far as the tool, but when you're charging the cells, never go above 1 amp when you're charging because you'll blow up the battery. And the charging board that I bought, this lithium ion charging board for like $1.05 each, ridiculous. It goes at a half amp and it pulses and it cannot overcharge. It'll shut off when the cells are full. So on my battery, I had 5 sets of cells, and the threshold is 4.06 volts. I had 4.06, 2.22, 4.06, 3.19, 4.06. So I have 2 of them that are low. When you plug it in, it senses the 4.06s. Oh, you're good, and it won't charge.
Yeah.
So I have to bring the other 2 up to the 4.06. So with this board, or if you have a regulated power supply, dial it into a max of 1 amp output, and then hook up a voltmeter as well, so you can monitor the voltage. And once it hits like 4 volts, stop, disconnect it. But that's the purpose of the smart lithium charger. It's made to know when the cell is full and it shuts off, so you don't blow anything up. But I figured, why spend $70? I'll never use it again. For $5, I got 3 of these boards, and the boards are the size of a postage stamp. They're tiny, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it.
So you're going to use that to jump the cells?
When you look at the cells, I'll bring one up later when I go get a cup of coffee. I'll bring the cell up. I'll show you. But basically, if you're looking at the top of the M18 battery, the lower left and upper right, that's your positive, negative for the full voltage coming out.
Yeah.
And then each pair, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, like this.
Yeah. But is that to jump?
That's to
the laser
balance
cells?
the voltage so that each pack is the same voltage, because it senses the end packs and it sees those are good, and then, oh, you're good. No, you're not good, because in mine, pack number 2 and 4 are low, so it will not take a charge. It thinks it's full.
Yeah, I think it's 4.2 volts, right? If it goes below that, it won't take a charge.
Yeah, but with mine, I initially was going to take my regulated DC power supply with alligator clips, put it on there and try it. But then someone suggested razor blades, where you just take razor blade. You know how when you buy a regular razor blade with the paper around it, you don't take the paper off. Use the thick part, slide it into 2 ends, 2 alligator clips, positive to positive, negative to negative, for 15 minutes. Take it off, press the button. If it now goes up at least 1 or 2 dots, then throw it on the charger. It might work.
Yeah.
Okay. Or another guy did something really cool. He took Stanley knives, you know, the Stanley triangular knives, and put them pointing upward, like in his battery, pointing like this upward, and then took the battery, flipped it around, and stuck it on the razor blade that way. So, and he didn't have to use alligator clips or leads.
Nothing.
And same thing, 15 minutes, take it off, press the button. If it's not blinking, if you get a few dots on there, throw it on the charger, see if it works. Simple, doesn't cost you anything, but you need one decent battery with at least 3 dots on it to use as a donor to jump it. Yeah. So I'm gonna try it. Oh, there's Scotty. Hold on, Scott. Yo.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, we know that. We know that pretty face. Hey, Scott.
So
What's new this week?
Oh, you got to look at our live we did last night with Condon and those guys at the very end. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, you got 4 hours.
If you got 4 hours,
we did good.
Wow.
No, but at the very end, Tom, I gotta see it. Tom's online. I'll show his outtake. It's hilarious.
You mean from Australia, Tom?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's hilarious. He had a crow that just wouldn't shut the hell up, you know. And then finally, when it finally stopped going, he goes to talk, and you see the crow flying behind him.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, "Okay, now I'm ready to go." And all of a sudden, jetliner comes over. So he's just like threw his arms up. That's it. I'm done.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. But I do a lot of my stuff outside as well. And I'm telling you, I had one day I'm sitting there. There's a guy with a truck. I'm like, you know, and then another time I'm filming a video, and there's a chainsaw crew doing an 8-foot oak tree up the street, and you couldn't hear anything.
I feel your pain. All my videos that I make for YouTube are in a shop with 5 other guys working on stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Now, do you balance that with the software, like background noise, things like that, or how do you do it?
I use a software called Audacity.
Okay.
Yep.
Free.
Audacity.
And, you know, when you lay an audio track down, you can get a visual representation of all the sounds.
Yeah.
And you can just clip out what you don't want, or you can run it through a filter and try and filter out certain. It doesn't always work. And, you know, sometimes you'll watch one of my videos and all of a sudden there'll be a long dead spot. It was a spot I just couldn't clean up.
Yeah.
You know?
I know a lot of guys they'll use while they're working on something with the fast forward. They'll throw some decent music in, but then when they start talking, the music automatically lowers down. It's still there, but you can like just barely hear it. It's pretty cool.
I used to do that, and I got a lot of comments that people just didn't like the music.
Really?
So,
having music or the type of music?
I mean, some people do, some
Right.
people don't. I mean, I tried experimenting with it. I thought it was
I did
pretty
too.
cool. And people go, no, we don't want.
Well, because
music.
you
But
have the audio track in the editor, and you can do whatever the hell you want with
If
it.
you've heard,
Yeah,
if
You don't want
if you heard,
you don't want the Stairway to Heaven playing in the background. I can tell you that.
I would. Isn't that like a what do they call that? You can't go into a guitar store and play that song.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
It's like
Forbidden licks you can't play in the
yeah,
house.
yeah. There's 100 videos on that where one guy goes to 1,000 guitar stars and starts playing it, and you're like, no, you can't do that. It's forbidden.
We can speak of it, but we can't play it.
Well, they say it's bad luck for the guitar store if anyone
that what
wants to plays it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been using Audacity for years from my DJ stuff.
Have you?
Is that a free download or is that paid?
It's free. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, you can have either or though.
Yeah.
where's a good place to learn more about Audacity? I mean, the only filter that I use on there is noise reduction.
Yeah.
They don't have YouTube videos on it, Scott?
Excuse me?
They don't have YouTube videos showing how to use it?
I mean, I looked a little bit. I guess I got to dig into it some more. I was just,
Yeah.
if he's been using it for a while, I thought, well, maybe I can get some free advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Audacity is a good program. You just have to know which
button to press.
No. which features work better than the others. You know what I mean?
Go.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Lawsuit.
Oh, there's
Oh, there we
things
go.
like
There. How about this one, Brock? Is this guy an asshole? Hold on.
Let's see.
Wait a minute. Everything in 11 minutes.
11 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that one's the best one right there.
that's not everything. Believe me.
Yeah.
I was just going to look here. So if I'm looking at noise reduction, then a panel comes up and there are, different filters within that filter to set, ranges of whatever. I don't know all the terms of what it's trying to filter out or do. So it can be confusing for the layman for sure.
Yeah. Noel, that Cup Cadet in the driveway, which is now covered with snow, I bought a ported hydro for it, so I'm going to convert it to a dual stick, going from a 1250 Armstrong lift to a dual stick hydro 1650. So that'll be fun.
Oh, have you ever tried Fruity Loops too?
What's that?
The cereal or what?
No. Well, it's another program for noise reduction and that.
That's Fruit Loops.
Oh, I tried loading that into my girlfriend. It doesn't work. Very well.
Putting out 2 videos a week, I'm kind of in a groove, and I would hate to have to relearn something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway, busy in the shop or no, Scott?
It's pretty slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I had taken some time off for the holidays, so there was a bunch of stuff waiting for me. But, I've got through that pile. Now another week will go by, and then parts will come in for those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be busy again. But I've been doing other stuff. I work on our webpage and social media stuff. So there's always something to do.
Does your employer sell things online? Can you buy stuff from them online or no?
They have an eBay store.
Okay.
That's cool.
Got so slow here because we haven't had any snow. I went from 250 to 267.4.
Oh,
That's what you get for sitting in that chair, Hank.
Yeah, right.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid
me.
of myself.
Yeah, forget midnight snacks. That's midday snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne, any fights tonight?
4 o'clock, the UFC's on. Chubby Butcher's coming over. We're doing smash, onion, jalapeno, cheeseburgers with onions. Going to be double burgers on a bun. Going to be really good. He said, actually, I think we did it about 2 months ago, and he said it was the best hamburger he ever ate in his life.
How much, how lean? What percentage? What do you guys use?
80-20.
Yeah, you gotta have fat.
Yeah, you got to have fat, otherwise it's too dry.
Yep. Cool.
So that generator we were doing, Kenny, thank you very much for putting questions through to Gary and James for me. And Gary was right on the money. You can't check low resistance unless you got a good multimeter.
Yeah.
So I had to go in.
Jake's got a Fluke, right?
Jake's got a Fluke, and I'm not supposed to use it. But you know what? He was inside with a headache, and I said, Champion put out an excellent video on how to diagnose the electrical output on a Champion generator from low output to high wattage output. So I watched it and I said, shit, I could do this myself, right? So that's when I ran into trouble because I'm using my Mastercraft multimeter. It's not picking up the low resistance.
Yeah.
So I went and I got Jake's Fluke and I checked, and sure enough, it said on the points I'm supposed to get, what was the points? The points were DC. I think the points were minimum 15 DC volts. And while it was running, I checked the points and I was getting 17 DC. Beautiful. Now I go to the part that hooked, the wires that hook into the AVR. And it's, I took the points out, checked the points. Points are good. Then I checked the slip rings. And the slip rings are supposed to be 45 to 75 ohms. And I got 52. So the slip rings are good. The connections to the slip rings are good. So now I go to that DEI, I think it is. I don't know if that's what it's called, DEP or something. The plug that hooks into the AVR. And it says check the two blue wires. So I just unplug the connection. Here's the two blue wires, and I'm supposed to be getting 4 to 8 volts AC out of that. And I check it, I get 120 volts. And I says to Jake, I text Jake, I says, Jake, something's wrong. He said, what's the matter? I says, I'm getting 120 volts out of this wire. And it's supposed to be 4 to 8. Something screwed up on this thing. And we've got no output at all at the outlets. And I've already checked the outlets for resistance, and they all checked with inspect. So Jake said, you know what, I'll come out and take a look. He comes out and he says, did you switch the plugs around? And I says, no, the other plug's still up there. That's the way it came. I only undid this plug. But I realize now when I'm sitting there with Jake looking at it, that plug is supposed to go to the AVR. And when I trace the wiring, it's not going to the AVR. So Jake looks at the wiring and he says, 2 blue, a yellow and a white. He goes in, he gets the wiring diagram, and the plug from the AVR is supposed to go into the wire with the 2 blues, the yellow and the white.
Somebody's been in there.
Okay, so this is where I don't know if we got the story right or not. The guy's telling me 4 years ago, an actual shop switched out the AVR, but he's been using it for 4 years. So how was it putting out power when the 2 plugs were switched? So all we did was switch the plugs around, fired it up. Right away, the digital control comes on. It's high on voltage, high on hertz. So Jake starts to lower the RPM because the RPM was set way too high. Drops it down till we got 60 hertz and 124 volts and runs like a clock. And then naturally now he's got, and the other thing he noticed is the original zip ties might have been white, and all the zip ties in this machine, there's white ones, there's black ones, there's, like, you could tell somebody's been in there. It's been changed, eh? So anyways, it turned out to be a good, easy fix.
Yeah. We talked last night to Condon, and William had said Fluke is for rich people. Fluke has a lower brand called Amp Probe. Yeah. It's still Fluke, but it's called Amp Probe. So, William, you may want to look that up. And, I know a Fluke 77 is the way to go. I have one. I mean, it's the Fluke 77 is like a, industry standard. But Amp Probe, that's what Condon bought for his THD. It's about a $300 meter, but it was the cheapest he could find to measure THD. Otherwise, he's spending thousands. And he said, no, I don't want to do that. So
I think I can measure that on my Snap-on meter.
Yeah, if you have a
snap-on.
good enough meter that has, hold on, what do you got, Hank? Hold on. Yeah, that's the 50 NAV. That's $300. Condon has a 52 NAV. It's a little bit different. You can get those on sales for $290. Yeah,
$290.
that'll do the THD. Yep. But how many people that just do it on the side as a hobby are spend $300?
Yeah, exactly.
And how many guys that are trying to fix something that don't have the proper meter are going to end up like me trying to check something and it's going to say this is no good when in fact it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the tricky part about it is. Yep. Going after somebody that's already been in there is the worst thing.
It is. It is.
Fiddle fairies.
Yeah.
That's right, Hank.
They're always in there.
Hank's got it. Fiddle fairies. Yeah.
Well, you wonder if the guy was in there on his own. And he unplugged everything and he because how would a shop do that and it would leave without them checking the output?
Yeah. Someone's been watching YouTube videos trying to act like a mechanic.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was a comment that one of the guys made last night in the chat. He said, I'm sick and tired of seeing people on YouTube claim they're a mechanic just because they're on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
and Jake had a really good point. He said, you would think the engineers would put two different style plugs inside that unit so that there's no way that you could switch plugs around. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's still say a 4-prong plug, but this one's half the size of the other one, or it's got a different pin locator or something that makes it different so that you can't by mistake plug in the wrong plug to the wrong outlet.
see, my eyes may be getting older. I thought that said Tinker Tits. I was like, what? And I was like, Erica,
that's a different show.
Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you.
No, I'm just saying. Well, when you're looking at the laptop and then you look at the big screen, that you get blurry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I looked. I go, Tinker Tits. Who's that?
I will even say that there are even mechanics on YouTube that shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, put it this way: we talk about it all the time. There's mechanics, there's technicians, and there's parts changers.
Yep.
So depending on what shop you go to, you're going to either have a guy spend hundreds of dollars on change that. It didn't work. I don't know what to do. Or you have a guy, give me a day, go through it, meters, this, that, the other thing, figure it out. Or another guy who's going to read up on it and then figure it out. So it all depends where you go, who you trust. But you know what? With me, like with cars, you got to trust who you're bringing it to.
Yeah.
If you don't trust them, that's half the battle, you know?
I think that the most fun, I'm not a trained mechanic. I'm actually not even trained in a skill. So I always feel I have to do better. The most fun thing for me is setting the diagnosis. I mean, doing the fix is most of the time fairly easy. But doing the diagnostic, finding out where do I want to start with this thing. Most times I get it right. Not always.
But that's why I do small engines. I love the challenge. I love trying to. That's what became
fire, man. That's
like first thing you got to do is slam it on the bench and see if any parts fall off.
You got to do that video.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, you got to do that video.
Or any spiders fall out of it or something.
Oh yeah.
And then how many nuts and bolts you got left afterwards? Right?
I wish I would have brought my phone in.
Yeah.
I've got a picture on my phone, the snowblower that we just got in to fix. It's a no start, and the guy said that it won't throttle up. Like he can't move the throttle control on it. So something's wrong with it. And we asked him, like, is it stored in a shed outside?
Butterfly gets locked up, whatever.
Yeah, so we figured that's what we figured, right? We figured it's just seized up. The throttle valve seized up. And I took the cover off. There is a mud dauber. 2 golf balls. You know how big? Well, I'd say a golf ball and a half.
Wow.
Built right on top of the carburetor, over top of the linkage and the spring, locking everything in place.
The mud dauber story I have is a Tecumseh on a Troy-built pony or horse, one of those. The rubber hose that comes out of the breather compartment on a Tecumseh was full of mud dauber.
Yeah.
So the thing was blowing oil out the seals. Like, what the hell is going on? Well, because it couldn't relieve the pressure.
How long did it take you to find that?
I did it by accident. I took the carburetor off, and when I took the carburetor off, I hit the tube and it fell out.
Okay.
So when I lit, but Scott, I wouldn't have. I'm serious.
It's sometimes you stumble across that stuff, you know. Then after that, now you always look for it, I'm sure.
Oh my God. But it was like,
right.
how the hell could there be so much pressure in this engine?
Right.
And it was because there was no vent. Yeah.
But have you guys noticed, and you probably have, maybe it's just new to me, but once you learn to set a reasonable, solid diagnosis, when you've done that a couple of times, experience kicks in, right? So whenever you have a machine that comes in that acts in a certain way, you go back to almost skipping your diagnostic part and go straight to, I know what that is. I've seen it before.
Yeah. That works
not all the time. No, it does not.
Not all the time.
But I love when we're all on here and someone asks a question and say there's 9 panelists, 4 will shout out, and with the answer, you know what I mean? Because you've dealt with it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the rest of them were like scratching their head, you know?
Well, we set rules. So it's not like experience. It comes from experience, but the rules are pretty straightforward. The first thing you do, doesn't matter what you're doing on the machine, is you check the oil, right? Number one.
Hey,
but
Drunken Jim,
carburetors,
the only thing you missed was Tinker Tits. Other than
if it's got that pilot jet in it, it's always make sure that you use a micro drill to make sure that it's cleaned out. Because how many times you'll go in there with wires and you'll say, oh yeah, this is clean. You put the carburetor back on and the thing's hunting. You take that jet out again and you put a micro drill in it and it pulls a little bit of crap out of it. Yeah. You go to the next size, it pulls a little bit of crap out. The next one.
No, wait. Like me, you go to the next size, snap. Oh,
yeah.
Those are Jake's drills. If I break one, I'm dead.
No. I found a way.
He probably got the good ones though.
No. I found a way. You could take a curly, what you call it, like a
pipe cleaner,
a real small curly pick. Go through the bottom hole and go like that. It'll push out the brass piece, and you could push out the drill from the other side.
Oh, okay.
I had to do it. I didn't have an extra pilot jet the right size for Honda I was working on. I said, I got to fix this. How am I going to do it? I popped the brass piece out. I was able to go in from the other side with a pin vise, rotate the drill bit a little bit, and it came out.
I always have extra pilot jets.
But there's 3 different sizes.
Yeah, I have them.
Yes.
I have them.
Yeah.
No, but I had a mower in this summer or this spring last year. You pull the handle and it won't start, and sometimes it'll yank the handle right out of your hand, right? Yeah. Classic flywheel key shit.
Yeah.
So off with everything. La da 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 da, because no reason to. And that dang thing is perfect.
Wait, Drunken Jim, just so you know, Tyler went on and we were talking about parts changers versus mechanics versus whatever, and he put the term in tinkeritis. My eyes were a little blurry, so I was like, tinker tits.
And Drunken Jim, be on time next time, will you?
So that's where that came.
So okay.
It was a loose blade, semi-loose blade.
Yep.
Did exactly the same
doing
thing.
That. Yeah.
And that's where I ran around and kicked myself, because that's where your I'm so good at student diagnosis, I go straight to repair, and it comes back and slams you, right? And it happens. But
Hank, what'd you do this week? It wasn't much to do. It was cold.
You see this chair?
Yeah.
The seat of it's like this.
Got to get a new one, Hank.
It's worn in. Yeah.
A tree was broken, from all the wind we were getting, and that's laying on the ground. But I went into the shed a little bit and tinkered around with some electronics and video things, and that's about it. And
I mean, we can't wait until that thing comes out in whatever scope and Dolby surround and everything.
Today alone, I got my $500 router. There's 2 routers in one box.
Yeah. We're going to modify his couch. So we're going to get Ed China to modify his couch.
Oh, there you go. Hey, man, I miss Ed.
He's on YouTube.
Is he?
Yep.
But he did a couch. He did the dinner table. But we're gonna take Hank's chair and motorize. We're gonna send it.
He's got about a million followers on YouTube.
So that guy's a good wrench, man.
But he has the fastest couch in the world. It was like 88 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. But imagine that you're on the highway in LA and you got a couch and you got a beer and it's like, hey, how you doing?
And it's on fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one too. Yeah. Yeah. Now.
Fire. Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait to get back onto the repairs of my stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
but
it is staying lighter now, like an extra half hour, but it's been freaking cold.
Yeah,
cold.
My wife gets mad. I say December 21st is the first day of spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
John, you can say something. We don't care. Come on up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you got parts changers. People, they come to me, and it's funny. We've got 3 or 4 small engine guys in my town, and I'll be honest. One of them I know him dearly, nice kid, and all. The other one, freaking hack. Okay, and I'm fixing his shit all the time. I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but he's in the best location. Anyone who comes in our town has to pass his house, and in front of his house, he's got the double garage door open with 1,000 mowers. So they pull in, but he charges them, and you guys can bitch and moan about this. A push mower, Briggs Classic, 3.5, clean the air filter, change the oil, new plug. He charges $90.
Wow.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That's pretty steep.
And he's got cars lined up because he's on the main road. You got to, if you're leaving our town or entering, you got to pass him. So he's got the perfect way. I mean, hey, location, like they say.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, I don't advertise. All my shit's word of mouth. But this guy here, he almost puts 4 or 5 in the garage and 4 or 5 on the lawn. And everyone's like, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
So that way. But I'm always fixing this crap. They come by, I dropped it off at so-and-so. I go, how much did you pay? $90. I go, so I'm going to charge you $40 and do more work, and you're going to be happy this time. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
And he'll be back.
Oh, my God. Well, no. See, with me, it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why should I advertise? I have 600 plus customers but here's the thing. I may see one guy, and you guys know this. I don't see him for 4 years. Then he brings it back. Yeah, you just tuned up my Toro. And I'm like, yeah, 4 years ago.
Just,
yeah.
Oh, it's not running right. Yeah, because it's been 3 years,
It
so sounds like you're too good, Ken.
No, but I don't have overhead. I don't have this. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So we say, what's the old saying? If you start to make money, it's not a hobby anymore. Is that what they say, or something like that?
Yeah.
If you're losing money, it's a hobby. That's what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I help out the local lawnmower shop, bicycle shop in town. Whenever they got small engines, chainsaws and trimmers, they can't get working, which happens a lot. I fix it for them, and sometimes it's not even funny. They come in, oh yeah, we changed the coil, we changed the carb, we changed this, we changed that, but it still don't run. You want to look at it? I said, sure. So I go in, okay, it's not the coil, it's not the carburetor. Plug is new.
That's a parts changer for
let's
you.
Let's start with doing a pressure vacuum test, shall we?
No, I'll give you a quick story about the hack too. Toro recycler, okay, decent, whatever. Everybody knows. When the guy put the, what the hell was it? When he put the flywheel back on, okay, because it sheared the flywheel key, hit a branch or something. He didn't have the bail really engaged. So when he snapped the flywheel back on, what did he snap off? The brake pad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he came to me. He goes, it's just taking forever to shut off. Wasn't taking forever to shut off. It was taking forever to go.
Yeah.
There was no spark. It's just a brake pad. And I said to him, I go, what happened? He goes, I hit a tree root and he fixed it for me. Yeah, he didn't. And I've done it too. I've done it where I forgot. Oh, shit. Now I got to go to parts one and get a new brake lever and put it on, whatever. I mean, stupid mistakes, but fix the mistake. That's all.
Yeah.
Because he said, I called him up and he said, there's nothing wrong with this. He goes, yeah, but it takes 35 seconds to to wind down. Before you'd hit the bail, shut off. He goes, "What'd you do?" I didn't do anything. Yeah, so those are the assholes. It's like, no, forget you.
Chubby Butcher actually had an old John Deere snowblower that didn't have a brake pad on it for the flywheel or his lawn. No, maybe lawn. I forget. It needed a brake pad. It was gone. Anyways, I said, bring it over. Let's take a look. And I took a go-kart, the circular go-kart brake pads.
Yep.
And we JB welded it onto the part, and he tried it out, and he's actually still using that machine, and it's working fine. I don't know how long it'll hold on. But
hey,
it's
another
great
channel, our friend Individual Repair.
Yeah, he's got a good channel.
Yeah. No, real good channel. Real good channel.
Now you got to watch out with those brake pads, because if they're too big and it's the wrong one, it doesn't hit that little shut off.
Yeah.
So hey, you got to be careful with that.
Yep.
Which Martin?
I don't know.
Hold on. No, I mean, is it my friend Martin? Butler's Empire. I gotta scroll down. Hold on. I'm so behind the comments. Mega Fix It. Hey, Mega. I don't have a lot of work coming in, to be honest with you.
No.
Let's see.
No, that's pretty slim these days.
Yeah. Yeah, and individual. Sometimes we actually talk about small engines.
I actually got less chainsaws in this year so far than normal. Don't know why, but
environmentalists don't want people burning wood.
No, they're all running on alkylate fuel.
I got a question for individualists. He's starting a new shop somewhere. Is it a second shop or relocating? If he can come back up.
Hold on, let me see. Where am I? That's right. You can just answer in the chat. That's all.
Yeah. Now, you're moving, or are you just opening a second shop? That's what I was.
I don't want that. Come on, what am I doing, guys? Hold on.
Kenny, you're playing with buttons again?
No, if you hit like backspace or something, it does crazy shit. There we go. All right, we're back.
We don't want crazy shit.
I know.
Kenny, did I catch it right that California is using Blackhawks to dump water on the fire right now?
Oh, they always have. Yeah, our Blackhawks do that. Well, actually,
I think they use everything that can fly.
Yeah, everything they could find. I mean, they have those planes that have the scoop on the bottom that suck up all that. Okay. Yeah. But with the Hawks, they use the bags, usually the water bags.
Drop it into the ocean and then pick up the water, right?
Yeah.
I don't. No, not the ocean. They say fresh water. They don't use salt water.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with using the salt water?
Nothing will grow afterwards.
Yeah, no, you kill the grass.
It won't burn if it doesn't grow.
No.
Maybe they should have dumped a whole bunch of salt water and all that brush and everything so it would kill it all and then get it raked up.
Yeah, my son-in-law lives next to Long Island Sound, and every time there's a flood, there's no grass for a year.
No.
It's they take it from, I think, from their water reservoirs.
The lakes and reservoirs and all that. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, they also go into like swimming pools.
Yeah, they've done that too. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that bag thingy under the helicopters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
So he's not answering my question.
Hold on. Hey, Dick, how you doing, buddy? Dick Small Engine, Birmingham, England.
Hey, Dick.
No start condition. I hate clamshells. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll work on them, but I'd rather have something with a real cylinder on it. Yeah. Here we go. Here, Hank.
Okay, we will be moving to a new. Okay. Starting a shop when we get there. Okay.
Maybe going to Texas.
Yeah.
No tax.
But he's got a great location there. He's always busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, look what I got from the supplier today.
5202. What's that?
2025 Stens catalog.
Oh, all right.
Calendar.
calendar.
Yeah.
Well,
Hard to get the catalogs unless you have a tax number.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
you
right.
don't have
But
a
I mean,
tax
I'm
number to
telling you
get
guys,
parts.
catalogs from parts dealers is not what they used to be.
No, but I tell you, try
No.
getting one though. It used to be like the old McMaster car catalogs. You had to be somebody, you know.
No, but I mean the calendars that they changed their type of pictures. Now it's all scenic, nice stuff. It used to be much nicer to look at.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Those days. Those days are gone, I think.
12
Hey,
versions of
Scott,
clickbait. Yes.
looking at what Outback is saying here, can you? I don't know if you could say it. What your shop rate? What's your shop rate? Can you say or no?
No, I agreed with my employer. I went to discuss shop rates.
All right, no worries. But I'm just saying around here, we have different shops
rates
that vary
posted for certain things like this tune-up. I think we have a rate for that. If you give me a minute, I'll come up with that here.
Oh, for the whole repair itself?
It would be like the tune-up, the labor part of it, and what we do in that tune-up.
Yeah.
And then parts are on top of that.
Because I know the dealers around here, the small engine places, they range from 80 to like 110 an hour, depending on how big the shop is, how many brands they sell, and how much equipment they have.
125, and if you want to answer for a question you propose, $20.
Yeah,
There
what's
you
the
go.
sign say? If you want to watch, it's $100 an hour. If you want to help, it's $150 an hour.
Yeah. The monkey on the back. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I told you guys the story about the guy who waited down the street. He didn't think I could see him. And he's waiting for me to do the recoil on that stupid Ryobi backpack, you know. And thankfully, the backpack screwed up, so it took me like 20 minutes to do it. Because he was going to say to me, "Oh, it took you 10 minutes. Why are you charging me $20?" You know.
well, I know one of the local shops here. One of the techs had talked to Jake and said that any riding mowers or zero turns that come in now, there's an automatic 45-minute pre-charge just for them to go over the entire machine to document everything that's wrong with it, because a lot of the customers are coming in saying, I want you to do this. Yeah. And then what was happening was they would only do that. The machine would go out. Then they'd bring the machine back and say, well, this isn't working. So now they do they tell everybody up front, there's 45 minutes. We're going to go over the whole machine and give you everything that's wrong we can find on this machine. And then you tell us what you want fixed. And that's what we'll fix. Don't come and bring it back when this isn't working right because we told you that should be fixed.
Yeah. Hey, here's a question for everybody. Based on this comment from Mega, how many orphans do you have in your shop? 0. Really? I've got at least 6 or 8 pieces of equipment, mostly chainsaws and trimmers, where the people fell off the face of the earth.
Oh, come get it, or I will start charging rental space. And once the rental space hit my estimated value of the machine, I will sell it.
We've got nothing here because we've either sold it or given it away to the school for the small engine repair course. Well, and we've contacted the person and let them know that it is no longer available. Thank you very much for not paying for 3 months, 6 months, no contact.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I don't do repairs. I just flip. That's it. Yeah. Because I started to do it, and then it's like, man, you know what? Trying to track these people down and
but flipping, I just hate the tire kickers, you know. The one, and you know, once people see, you know, especially if it's like where you live, then you're afraid they're gonna steal shit from you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, but I mean, I run I don't have a lot of space in my shop, and I don't store stuff outside.
Yeah.
Because if it's going to be insured, it has to be inside the shop when I close down. So, and it's an agreement I have with myself and the missus. No stuff outside. So when there's not enough room in there, I can't take in another machine until somebody gets his. And if people are, I tell them off the bat, if they've never been with me before, I tell them, you know, when I call you and say your machine is ready, you need to come get it that day or the next.
Yeah.
And we sell a lot of parts, and customers will give us part numbers. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to belts now, we just say there's no return on belts. There's no return. You give us a part number. You want us to order that. Here it is. And then all of a sudden they got an issue. and then you get it back and you find out, what'd you do here? Like you look at a carburetor that you sold them, and they've already been fooling around with the carburetor.
It's so funny how we do it differently, because I do not sell parts. I will have nothing to do with it.
No, parts is a good business.
I know it is. I know,
but
it
you
is.
got to carry the inventory.
Yeah,
You got to carry the inventory. Yeah, you got to carry the inventory, but also I can't deal with people that come in and say, "Oh, I need a belt for my Husqvarna tractor." Yeah, which one is it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of them. Yeah, and what's your model number? Well, how do I find it? Well, go online and look it up where it's located.
But Wayne, you keep opening hours, right?
The what?
You keep opening hours.
I'm in the shop all day.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm only open by appointment. Because usually I'm at work during the day, and then so people will come running, you know, oh, I just need a plug, and they'll come on a Sunday afternoon and say, go away.
But how many times do people come in, and Scott and Wayne, since your business is basically, yeah, can I get a free estimate?
No.
There
is no free estimates. I got it. We've had a lot of people say, what's it going to cost me to fix this machine? Well, number one, we got to see it. We don't know. What is it? Yeah. So then they say it's this. Say, well, what's the model number? And what's it doing? And then I can't give you a price on repairing it, but I can tell you normally on that machine, if I do a full service, everything on that machine, blade and that, it's going to be $150. And the guy said, $150? I might as well buy a new machine. And I said, well, that mower you want us to work on, that machine right now sells for like $700 plus tax. So if you want to put 150 into it, and I said, that's just a rough estimate.
Yeah.
I said, we could get into it and find out there's more that it needs.
Well, even if they bring it over and say, just give it a tune, have them start it in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, especially the chainsaw with the varnish in there. Yeah, it ran yesterday. Show me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody that shows up, they say it runs. I said, when? And they say, what? And I say, when did it run? Did it just finish cutting the lawn today, or did it run last year when you stored it?
Yeah, so just like my favorite story, Wayne. The guy went to the dump at 9 in the morning. At 11, the guy drops off the weed whacker with me. It's got my freaking name etched in it because I dropped it off 2 hours ago at the junkyard. Oh, yeah, my neighbor gave it to me. I'm like, no.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or the ones that say it's got fresh fuel in it. Yeah. And then you got to ask them, did it have old fuel in it that you just dump fresh fuel on top of?
Yeah.
Well, did you see Donnie Boy's video where he bagged the guy? The guy was there. He takes off the carburetor, hits the primer bulb. What came out? Varnish.
Yeah.
He says, you put fresh fuel in, but you didn't hit the purge. Yeah. He had him dead to rights. I was laughing at that one.
The fuel issue is the main thing, I think.
Yeah.
Well, like I said before, we had 3 Toro self-propelled lawnmowers come in the personal pace within 2 days, and every one of them had run it out of fuel and said it runs. And I said, when? Last year I ran it out of fuel. So I said, okay, I look, there's no gas. I check the oil, there's oil. I go and I get some fresh gas, pour it into the gas tank. I said, fire it up.
I like this.
They said, what do you mean? I said, no, fire it up so we know that it runs. And out of the 3, only one started and ran perfect. The other one started and hunted, and the other one we couldn't even get going until I give it a shot at carb cleaner, and then it died.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm going to make a sign that says that.
That is a good sign.
That is it. Free estimates, $45. Yeah.
So what we do is we write up a work order. We don't give a free estimate. We tell them we're going to write up a work order, and there's a minimum labor charge, and then we'll give them the estimate. Because how do you know? I mean, without sticking a bunch of time into it.
Yep.
Even when the work order says call with estimate before you do any work, you could be 20 minutes into a repair and find the problem. And now you got a chainsaw that's half torn apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever give them back in pieces when they say, no, don't do it?
I give them the option. I can put it back together and bill them for the time, or they can take it in a box. Yeah. A lot of times, if they're not going to have it repaired, it's because it's junk anyway, and they just take the box of parts, or they ask to have it recycled.
Yeah. Or you get a lawnmower in that won't start, and then you say, did you hit anything? And you check the blade and the blade's straight. but the flywheel is sheared.
Yeah.
So you tell the guy it's going to be this long and this much money to do the carb clean. He's going to need an air filter. We would change that plug if we were you, and they say, okay, change plug. And you get it running. And the next thing you know, it's got a sheared flywheel. Key.
You can shear a flywheel with tall grass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double wide.
Wait, Bob's here? Where's Bob?
Bob's here. Yep.
Hold on. Hold on. Where's the link? There's the link.
Oh, double wide.
Yeah, we haven't talked to Bob in a while.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Bob in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't give out estimates. I tell people it'll cost you the hourly rate plus parts. What do you want me to do with it? Oh, I'd like you to get it running. That's good. I'll get it running. Do you want me to service it? Yes or no or maybe? Okay, that's fine.
Well, guys, I got to hit the road. I got to prep the onions and the jalapenos and get the Blackstone going. Otherwise,
hello.
Take care.
Take care.
Take care.
I definitely am going to make a sign. Free estimate, $45. I like that.
Side. Hey, it might get $45 one day.
But what I use, if people are concerned about money, I usually tell you what, when I reach $150, I will give you a call and tell you how far I am. How about that? And they go, sure, no problem. And I do that. And I tell people, what do you need it? Do you just want it fixed so you can sell it? What's going on? Talk to me. And they usually say, oh, no, I need to cut my lawn. Well, then you need new belt tensioners because otherwise it'll eat up your belts or you need. And that's, how much is that? I said, I don't know. I haven't bought the part yet, but it costs what it costs. And if I can get aftermarket parts, I will. If I can't, I'll go OEM. And most people go, okay, do that then.
Can everybody see the link? Because Lee's asking me for the link, and I put it up 17 times.
Yeah, it's all the way at the top. Well, yeah.
No, I just put it up.
You've been putting it out crazy. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put it out on the Restream side. Hold on.
So have you only put out links, or I clicked on something you put up before, and it took me to a YouTube video?
Was it clean or dirty?
I mean, I knew it wasn't the Restream, so I just shut it. I don't know.
Well, no. If you notice right now, I put out a Ken Small Engine link.
Yeah, it's a link to it's a link to a video on how coils work.
Oh, is that? Oh shit! That's what I was trying to give Tom. Hold on. God damn it! Hold on.
I think I had to go all the way to the top and hit the very first link.
Hold on. Oh, my fault, everybody. I've been putting out the wrong goddamn link. Hold on.
Damn amateur.
There we go. All right, better. Sorry, Lee.
I'm doing this, Kenny.
That's why everybody. No, Restream. I'm still a virgin. I'm still a virgin at Restream.
Well, that's what you said last time.
Tom, Vintage Engine, my buddy in Australia, was asking me. You know, he says, I know how coils work and all that stuff. He goes, but why, when all the voltage goes to the secondary coil, there isn't voltage in the primary coil? I was like, because the field collapses. It's gone. It's induced it into the secondary coil, goes into the plug. It's gone. There's nothing there. Yeah. Well, why is it in the primary? I just told you. So I figured, let me send him a video. And in the video, it shows the induced, thing and disappears. It collapses.
When you need that blast.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll get it. So Tom, there's nothing there. That's why.
Yeah, Bob. I know. Bob says here about sending a certified letter, but I think that's. You know what though? Mostly in the States, because over here, if I just have a record that I texted the guy, come get it, or I'll sell it. That's enough.
Yeah. No, I did a certified letter one time, and the freaking guy went back and forth for a year. But once he sent that first certified letter, I'm dead. Because I acknowledged that I had the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we got a sign posted that says you got 60 days. We call the people and we'll call them maybe 2 or 3 times. And if we're beyond that 60 days and it happens to have a part I need for something else, I mean, you got to recover your money, right? I mean, we have a legal right to do that.
Oh, yeah. Michael, hold on. There's someone here asking. Paul Shower is asking, what bar oil does everybody use?
My dealer told me 2 weeks ago, here's a bottle of Kawasaki bar oil. I said, why do you like that? It's cheap. That's all he said to me. Yeah. It's like insurance.
Because you want our cold weather.
I usually use two types, either OEM steel or it's something called Manol over here. It's a cheaper brand, but people like it. It's nice and thin and does a good job.
Wait, let me ask Scott because he's the dealer here. Winter versus summer oil. Do you guys even give a shit?
We use the winter stuff in the winter, the thinner oil. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because you read like some of the labels. I think Husqvarna is guilty of this. It's all season oil. Yeah. And then you read the label and it says not below 32 degrees. Well,
it's
they have the winter in Sweden.
Yeah, it's ISO 150 oil they use as a generic. The one I use, the aftermarket one I use, is ISO 100 because even the winter, actually the saw won't use that much more oil if it's thinner because it's decided by the pump. You may have more spillage, but it's, I don't know. And ISO 100 is usually what I would consider all around here. But then again, we don't get it as cold as some of you guys do.
I mean, we don't have a hard and fast rule. Just when it starts getting cold out, we drag out the winter stuff.
Yeah.
How about, Scotty, how about the winter versus summer deflector, the air guide? Do you actually?
I never recommend using that because
they never change it.
Yeah, they're going to wreck their saw eventually.
Yeah. They're going to overheat it. Yeah.
So you put it on.
Put them on is the saws that are built for ice saws for cutting ice.
Yeah.
Then we put the winter kit on them because we know that saw is sitting on the lake on the ice.
Yeah.
It's
so
cold.
You never flip the baffle or all those things.
I never do. I take it out. I'll usually take it out. It depends, though. I mean, if it's a guy brings me a saw in July, and it's different because in July, you're flipping it so it gets all the cool air and all that. But in the winter, now he's gonna have trouble starting the saw or it won't run right or whatever. And I don't know. Sometimes does it make a difference? I don't know.
Sometimes it makes a difference which air filter they're running.
Yeah, like Flock versus the other versus Chinesium. Yeah. I found a lot of the Chinesium lately, especially the Echo for like backpacks and those. The rubber flange is not thick enough. It just doesn't seal. Granted, it's 99 cents versus $6.99.
Yeah.
Still, you can't even put a little grease on it. It's literally like 100 thousandths thinner on that.
Sometimes it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I think the video. Well, I was working on it this morning, so it might come out next week. 572, and the guy had a generic fuel filter on it, plugged up the micro screen. And I've seen that when we put the blue Husqvarna filters on, it seems to cure that problem.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're getting all the time.
But you have more fuel flow in the blue one compared to the orange one. Right?
You have a finer micron filter.
Because of the fuel injection. Yeah.
Okay.
Finer.
Okay, finer. Yeah.
Let's see.
So what's everybody working on?
Well, behind this green screen is I was just running a steel chainsaw through the ultrasonic, getting it cleaned up to strip it and flip it and list it on eBay.
There you go.
Oh, nice, Scott.
That's what I'm doing today.
Scott, like around here, what I'll do is if I have a saw that I basically redo or whatever, depending on what I put into it, I usually will charge half new.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be a standard around here.
For parts, you mean?
No, a saw. If the saw's 500 new and I find a junk one cheap and I rebuild it, I usually ask for half new at least.
I don't sell used chainsaws. They're worth more in pieces.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea, actually.
But you got to have a lot of room to store all the crap.
Sounds like a good idea, but I'm getting skunked on eBay this week. I don't know what's going on, if they lost my channel or what.
Oh, yeah.
I use Marketplace. I do really good on Marketplace.
Do you? The only problem I have with Marketplace is that
here in the UK is better as well.
There's no control in Marketplace. There's not like the eBay gods that are controlling things. You don't have that on Marketplace.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of idiots that lie to you and say, they'll be there in 10 minutes, and they never show up.
Big John.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
How are you?
Hi, John.
Hey,
John.
nice headwear there, John.
Yeah, you like my hobby motor cap?
Yeah, I do. That's nice.
There's somebody in the basement. Who is in the basement above you, John? I don't know.
I have no
Who's
idea.
that?
She doesn't show us.
Who the heck is it? Type in the chat who you are, because I can't tell from the video. Is that David?
Dave?
Yeah, Michael, road merchant.
See, if it looks like David maybe, but I can't see. It's hard to see. Does it say who it is?
DNR, yeah.
DNR, David. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hey, David.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
I got a question for you guys.
Uh-oh, what do you got?
I got a Home Light 240. It was blowing out gas. It was blowing gas out the exhaust.
Oh.
I took it apart. You guys know anything about it having a gasket between here?
What is it? A Home Light what? Home Light what?
240.
240 chainsaw? Hold on, I'll look it up. Yeah. Did you visit Leon's website at all? Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair?
No.
Leon is the Home Light guy and has links to all the manuals for every Home Light. I'll take a look real quick, but Leon is, if it's Home Light, you go to Leon. He's the guy. So, all right, hold on, let me take a look. Anyway, how's it going, Dave? What do you guys? Anything out there? Snow? Anything? What do you got out in Kansas?
We had 12 inches.
Wow, holy cow!
Yeah.
What happened to your hair, Dave?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see the ponytail. I'm like, who the hell's Dave?
It's gone, man.
I know, yeah, I looked. I thought, that's not Dave.
Yeah, Dave's living on the edge there.
I saw the face on there. I go, who the hell is this guy? Yeah.
I didn't recognize him with no ponytail.
Yeah.
Paul Showers is working on the Husqvarna all-wheel drive push mower. Good luck with the belt.
Yeah, right. No doubt. It's always too tight for me.
Yeah.
I
Have you
gotta
got any
find out.
snow can?
Yeah. We got. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see out my window there at all?
I don't want to see any. We've had it here in the UK, and
We got
our
about two
temperatures
Big
are
white glare.
We had about 2 inches last night.
We've had it we've had snow, and now it's been staying around, and it's freezing. The roads are treacherous. They're not gritting the roads here in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, not everywhere in the UK, Lee, but somewhere in the UK.
Yeah.
It rained all
everybody.
day yesterday.
Yeah.
So what were you saying about that Home Light chainsaw? What was it doing?
He wants to
It
know
was
if there's
blowing,
a gasket in between the clamshell halves.
Yeah. It was blowing gas out
the exhaust.
While you were trying to start it.
Yeah.
Like the needle set too high, or the metering lever.
And I put a new car or cleaned the carb. I took it all the way apart, and the only time it would run as long as you had it on the trigger, and it would die as soon as you let off the trigger.
New diaphragm?
I put a whole new carb kit in it, cleaned it, took out the needles.
Yeah,
all that.
It was too high.
I'm just asking, maybe a stupid question, but the kit you put in, did you check the height of the nipple on the pump or the metering diaphragm? Is it the same?
How did you check the button on the diaphragm?
Yeah, you got to check that.
Because
I just use a regular. What do I use?
Yeah. You have to make sure. Is it supposed to be flush or is it supposed to be recessed? What carb is it? Do you know what carb's on there?
I'll get the carb.
I could look it up. But here's the parts list. Hold on.
Sounds like it's staying open.
Yep.
Yeah, that's usually. Hold on.
Gas can only come from
does
one
not
place.
show. It does not show a gasket.
Yeah, that's the diaphragm.
It does not show a gasket. So I would just say, Durco or whatever you use.
Because I was thinking it was like sucking air.
Did you do a pressure vac test while it was together?
No.
No. Yeah, you got to do a pressure vac. I've been bagged so many times without doing that, so I do it every time now.
Yeah.
I learned that from my friend Erica.
There's the carb right there.
Hold on. What's the numbers on it?
Walbro,
Zama, what is it?
It's a Walbro.
Her name's not Erica anymore.
WT, whatever.
WT dash.
Let me see what shows up on the.
Well, if it's a WT, it has to be flush, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm seeing on here on this.
There we go. Walbro carburetor. Let's see.
It's got AB on there. That's all it's got on there.
It's a Chinesium?
No, it's a Walbro.
Does it say Walbro on it?
It's got the numbers on there somewhere, Dave. You got to look.
Yeah.
If it's a true Walbro, It's the numbers of
Yeah. Well, wait. I'm gonna look up the home light.
Walbro on it.
Yeah, but if you look on the sides, on the flat
Yeah.
side, you should see WT and some digits.
WT.
I've only had two instances where fuel came out the exhaust, either because it was super flooded or because that needle is stuck open because the height isn't set right.
Okay.
It's almost always the needle, Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it could be that you don't have spark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I put a new coil in it too. It's getting plenty of spark.
It's definitely a Walbro though, right? Because I know a
Yeah.
lot of those came with the C1Q. The same.
Yeah, that's what it's saying it is. But I'm not seeing no TW or numbers on it.
WT.
All I'm seeing.
There's usually 2 rows of numbers and letters on the same
Wait, hold
side.
on. I'll show that. Scott will know. Hold on, Scott. On this, hold on. Give me 1 second. Here's a picture of the bottom. Which one is this, Scott? That shape.
Yeah, that's what it's got on there.
Hell, I don't know.
You don't know off the top of your head?
WT.
I don't look at that.
How many dowels does it have? 2 or 3?
That looks like a standard K10 watt. Look at that. That looks like a K10 watt kit to me.
I would agree with that.
That's the
it
one.
probably is supposed to be flush, the metering diaphragm or the metering lever. It's probably supposed to be flush with the sides of the carburetor.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I would say
did you get an aftermarket kit or an OEM?
It's an aftermarket.
Yeah.
Check the height of the nipple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes the Chinese will screw you over there.
Okay. All right.
You can't
But
go on.
it was flooding before you put the kit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Hey, that's true.
I would look on the side of the carburetor, spin it around little at a time, and you'll see the numbers.
Yeah.
Well, hold it up to the camera one, so we'll tell you which way to rotate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Stop. The part you got facing us right now.
Turn it to the
In
left.
the shadow, I can't read.
No,
Turn-
it won't
turn
be
it.
on the, yeah, somewhere in
It
there.
should be in that hole. in the
Yeah,
center
right that little
there.
recess there.
Yeah.
Below
Look
the
in
big
there.
screw.
Move
In the
the
hole there.
throttle flap out of the way,
Yep.
and you should be able to see it behind it.
There you go, John. That's
Well,
what I was getting
if
at.
it's a Walbro, there's not going to be anything in there. That's
No.
Zamas are hidden down in there. It'll say
Yeah.
C1.
But they came with Walbros and Zamas though.
Yeah, but this one is
I
a
wish
Walbro.
I know. I wish it was the Zama C1Q.
So that flat part that is to the side of the barbed fitting there, sometimes it's laser etched on there, and that laser etching gets worn off.
Oh.
There's only
Or
4 sides.
stamped with ink or something like that.
Yeah, don't look on the inlet or the exhaust part of the carburetor. It's on one of the 4 sides.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah,
did we
I'm
answer
seeing
your
that.
question? That'll be $50.
On this side,
now
I'm
it's
seeing,
looking-
Yeah. Usually it's on that flat surface.
Yeah.
yeah, where the fuel goes in right here, it's got a AB, and
Yeah.
then it's got a like a
Get you a magnifying glass, Dave.
my glass.
That's what I have to do.
Oh. Yeah.
Or take a picture and zoom it in.
My magnifying glass is built into my glasses.
Yeah. Well, I have to have those on top of my glasses.
My
That's how bad
magnifying
it
glasses
is.
are over on the other bench.
Mine has a ring light of LED under it. I can just
According
point
to
it.
what Homelight's saying there, could it be a WT?
It's a WT. It has to.
Yeah, WT.
Well, let's go the other way around. What was
Homelight's
the number?
calling it.
Maybe.
Homelight is calling it an 80800 WT carburetor.
Okay.
Let's go the other way around. Which carb kit did you get?
Huh?
Which carb kit did you get?
Did you get a K10 watt? What'd you get?
You know, I bought a package of them.
Ah, okay.
And I lost the package. I lost the package. I don't know what the numbers.
See, that's a nice thing about copying equipment.
Did you get it from Amazon?
I got it from eBay.
eBay?
Yeah.
That's a nice thing about asking a question in here. You get a gazillion questions back.
While you guys are here chatting, I'm going to go on Leon's channel real quick and look up one of his 240 videos because he probably has a video on it. So. Let's see. Leon's really good with that home light shit.
What was the number of that home light again?
240.
240.
No, it showed on that diagram that it had the gasket, or it had the diaphragm, and then the gasket on top of it. Would it hurt to reverse it? Put the gasket on the bottom and the diaphragm.
Well, yeah, if you have it wrong on the fuel pump side, that'll do it.
Yeah.
But he said it was flooding before he worked on the carburetor.
What was that, Scott?
See, all that's possible, but it was flooding before he put the kit in there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But that can be because of a stiff diaphragm.
Yeah, but even Scott said, was it even sparking, or were you just pushing?
Yeah, it was sparking.
He said
it was getting plenty of spark.
And there's a check valve in there that could be bad. It could be leaking through there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be, would be, could be.
I've never worked on anything before in my life as hard as to work on this thing, and it I like to save it and get it running because it's a vintage saw.
Yeah.
WT-6 Alpha.
There you go.
Kenny.
I'm sorry.
WT-6A. That's what Leon says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when I looked it up on eBay, it showed this carburetor.
Yeah.
And it was an OEM carburetor.
Yeah.
$150.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, those old Walbro carburetors.
I agree.
All right, if that's the case, then it is a K20 WTA kit.
I think so.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the most common one.
Yeah, but you know what? I use more of the 10s than the 20s.
I
Did you, Dave? Did you replace the needle in it?
Yeah, I replaced everything.
Okay.
Cleaned it out. I threw it in a plastic stone cleaner and cleaned it out.
Yeah.
Well, there's only two reasons. The reason why I would be doing that: no spark, and if it's flooding. So, you know.
Well,
Dave, just do what I did. Just stop working on chainsaws.
Hey, that's what Wayne and Jake did. Wayne, they sent them all out.
I stopped messing with.
That's it. I'm done with these fools.
That's the reason why I stopped messing with weed whippers, because there's too much of this, you know.
Yeah. How'd that go, bro?
What if it has
I might
suggest that it could have a sheared flywheel key? That would cause the same symptoms.
Yeah, spark at the wrong time.
Yep. And then make an excessive back pressure. Yeah. Right?
That's why Scott makes the big
No,
money.
it'd be just like having no spark. It's sparking at the wrong time, so it floods.
But wouldn't you get a kickback from it or something?
You will get a kickback.
You may not, though, in a small one like that.
No.
Yeah.
Is it hard to pull, Dave?
No, it's really easy to pull.
Oh, well, it ain't got no compression.
All the compression's going out the exhaust.
That's why.
So there's another reason.
They are to me.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Does it have a loose flywheel key in it? On the flywheel, or is it built in?
It's built in.
This is just.
Is it intact in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not the flywheel key.
Yeah.
Because if it's built in, it won't fit.
No. No.
Do you have a compression tester, Dave?
All right. Hey, I got to go to the ladies' room.
Yeah, I got a question. Yeah, Jungle Bob sent me one.
What's the compression show?
Jungle Bob.
He sent me one that's. I was watching one of Steve Small Engine Saloons.
Yeah.
And the one I got that he sent, Jungle Bob sent me, it's mostly used for like cars. And
they're real
he's showing the
cheap on
difference.
I'll get you one.
Steve was on this different one than the one Jungle Bob sent me.
Yeah.
It's the one Jungle Bob sent me is mostly for cars.
Yeah,
He was
but
showing the different tips.
If it has the
And
Schrader
it's
valve,
showing, it's showing different readings.
Yeah.
So when I had it
Send that one
together,
back to JB and tell him to send you the right one.
But when I had it together, I did a pressure test on it, and it was all together. It was only showing like 25 psi.
Wow. Even for the wrong gauge, that's really low number.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I looked it up, and it's supposed to call for at least between 120, 125, and between 175 psi for this particular engine to make it run. So I don't know if that compression tester is telling me the truth or lying to me. So I don't know.
In my experience, when those testers go bad, they always seem to go bad right at 90 psi. Like everything reads 90 when they go bad.
So I might end up just putting this thing on the curb, just throwing it out.
No. I mean,
oh no, take it as a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, the more that you learn on this, the ones in the future, it would be cakewalk for you.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, I got
no, but I mean, if you don't have any scoring in the cylinder and the piston ring or piston rings, don't know if it's got one or two. If it looks okay and you got compression in it, you can feel that. I mean,
take the muffler off,
and then you have a good spark, and your flywheel key isn't sheared. You only have fuel delivery as the last problem.
Yep.
I don't want to put a whole lot of money into it.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you already have what you need, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little RTV silicone or Durco or something. We're putting it together, but that's it.
Did you look for any scoring on the piston?
Oh yeah.
Take the muffler off, and you'll see them all up and down. You know.
And since it's an old saw, the little what are they called, guys? The little rings that sits right next to the bearings on the main shaft. They're called.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called?
Oil seals?
No. Oil seals. Yes, oil seals. Sorry,
Okay.
oil seals.
That's okay. Have another drink.
I got
a quick work emergency.
No, he's not drinking today. I'm drinking for him.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll be back.
Thanks, Brock. You're the man.
You're welcome, brother.
Have one for me too, bro.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I got to cook chicken today. I'm cooking Fat Daddy chicken today.
Ken's on
But-
call.
but
All these calls from the shop he has to take care of. So give him a few minutes.
Oh yeah. That was a good one, Hank.
No, but Dave, a couple of seals won't hurt either.
Yep.
But then you're fairly good to go.
You got to make sure everything's tight.
Yeah.
It's just going to be blowing in the wind.
I think I'm going to go back to my Echoes and my Ryobis and stick with them.
No, I mean, these works the same way. It just looks a little different.
Yeah. So just a little bit more earthy.
Actually,
What do you make?
sometimes the older saws are easier to work on. You got more space.
Yeah. I also got a 140 too.
The 140s are nice. Yep.
Home light. It runs.
Take care, John.
Well, I'm having a bad week. I got done with a 1971 Elon snow machine.
Yeah.
And I pulled the cord right out of there and coiled up the coil, and now I gotta order one, but it ain't gonna be here till the 26th.
Maybe it'll warm up by then.
Yeah, right. It won't sell at all, and then stuff would be mad at me. Like, hey, you know.
I don't know what to do down here. It's still cold. I got stuff to do in the shop, and it's just too cold out there.
It's too cold.
Not used to be cold.
Everything
to us, that's cold down here.
You better go get your winter tires on, John.
Yeah, no doubt. Put my chains on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was -2 the other day, and it got up to 20 degrees, and I went right to the shop.
Wow.
I was like, man, it's hot out.
Show off.
We've got 2 Celsius here in the UK at the moment outside.
Same here.
Yeah, I got that snow blower fixed in case all that snow hit us the other day and it missed us.
Oh,
We're supposed to get some more tonight.
Oh, it would have been funny to watch you clearing it off, John.
No, I've never even seen a snow blower, Lee. I have no idea. Never in my life have I seen one. I want to see one day just to say, hey, I saw a snow blower.
It's just like a sweeper. The brush is just a little more stiff.
Hey, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, Chicanix just worked on one. She never had snow, and now they got snow.
Now they got snow. Where'd she find one at, you know?
Somebody that moved over that way brought it with them. Yeah.
Oh,
That's about what happens. Yep.
Damn Yankees.
Hank, that looks like a dusty blonde cup.
All right, gentlemen. I got to go cook some fat daddy chicken.
Yeah.
Be good, bro.
Have fun, Brock.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Send us a care package down here with the chicken in it.
You hear that, Mama? Care package.
What's going on, Ed?
What's going on with Rooster? He is pumping out videos like a madman.
I know he is, isn't he?
No doubt. I think Rayleigh got him fired up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You don't like that snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed. I see one pop up today, and I thought he's completely banging them out, isn't he?
Yeah, just been a few coming. Yeah, it was a nice Honda. It was that. Did you guys see his video about that 2-cylinder Honda?
The twin Honda. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was amazed he got it running.
Yeah,
I was.
But it ran smooth.
Where was he working? He was working in a different state, wasn't he? Where the power washers, right?
Yeah, I think he lived. The work wasn't too far over the state line, so he just commuted back and forth.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
And was it some big power washer manufacturing company or something?
Yeah. I'm wondering if he's still with them or whatever. You know?
I don't know. I've been seeing him build a lot in his own shop, so he may have branched out.
Yeah.
Mega.
He's putting more video out than me. I'm still working on a video. I've got one in the bank. I've usually got more by now.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Lee. Oh shit.
Come on, John. At least 20 years.
3 or 4 videos I've got. I mean, maybe 3.
Yeah.
We got to get you a camera, John. We got to get
cameras.
Oh, you got the camera.
I just don't turn them on.
I've got a camera on the way to me, but I'm not revealing not until a video.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, if I turn the camera on, it'll be a
Another
lot
one
of cussing.
coming, but I'm already looking at another.
But see, that's part
camera
of the
as well.
experience, John. You kind of have to behave to your audience. It's
That's not me. I'm sorry.
It's a challenge. It's fun.
That would be a challenge, all right.
You get banned on YouTube on your first try.
Yeah, my first real video. Like, goodbye.
I didn't even recognize Dave without his ponytail.
Brett, we can't let you in because Ken has to do it, and Ken's busy right now doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of his foot though.
Yeah.
He gave us the foot.
Yeah.
Well, he's on call, so everybody that has a problem at the shop has to call him.
Yeah.
They're probably just sitting at the shop watching his stream. Say, let's go mess with him.
Yeah, he probably are.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
Good
Wait,
one, Megan.
who knows?
Yeah, Hank, is that a dusty blonde cup?
And that's John has the most non-silent keyboard ever.
Oh, can you hear it? I'll type easier. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know why this thing's so loud. Yeah. Me neither.
What were you saying, Lee?
Is that cup you've got looks a familiar cup? It looks like the Dusty Blonde. Yes, it is.
It is. It's dusty.
I thought it was, because I'm looking at the Dusty Blonde sticker I've got, and I'm thinking that person is no longer on YouTube.
No, she's.
Hey, you've got to treasure it as well. I've got the Dusty Blonde sticker, and I've got the Snobby Scrap Picker. They're one that are on my board. I'm going to stay there.
I wish I knew who you were talking about.
I do have a Snobby cup too.
Yeah, I'll do you. Yeah.
They came in a set.
Yeah. He always used to send stuff out in a set, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I used to win a lot of stuff off of their streams, the little plaques and stuff.
Yeah. I can't believe, though, I've been on YouTube 6 years.
Yeah. I know.
What did you say, Hank? Win stuff off the stream?
Yeah.
How come Kenny don't give us stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. It cost them $100 just to send it to the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, back when it was cheap to send stuff out, that's
Yeah.
when they sent this out.
If he'd send like $300 gifts, it'd be all right.
Right?
Yeah. But she used to have a game show, what can you name this tune or what movie this came from? And you would, if you were the first one to come up with the right answer, you'd win, how many bubbles in a glass,
Is he bragging about getting the right answers in contests and stuff?
It's what it sounds like, yeah.
Basically, don't ever come up here with a contest trying to guess something, because Hank will get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where do you think he got all his tools from?
I know,
off the contest.
Oh, I gotta get up for a minute.
It's amazing. There's a 20-footer backing up his driveway every Friday night. Hey, you won this. You won that.
Yeah.
I get all kinds of
first name basis with the UPS guy.
I'm waiting for Scott to come up with a stream.
You're waiting for
Scotty to open up a stream.
Me?
That green screen going,
The only reason that green screen is there is because it's a mess behind that. Here, I'll show you. See that? Well, there's
yeah. There you go.
Like, there's the where are we? Part of my furnace is right here, and all of this is opened up furnace back there. It just looks like hell.
Yeah, but I know your toolbox is like homemade. It's huge.
That's not here. That's at work.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
There's room in there to have that toolbox.
But the rich blast is not a sandblasting cabinet.
I can't quit. There's no room to bring it home.
That thing is huge, like an 18-wheeler parked there.
Yeah, it's kind of an office as well. The printer's in there and the mini fridge and all that good stuff.
You made most of that stuff, which is nice.
Like a third of it, yeah. The base is the Harbor Freight 72. There's a Harbor Freight locker.
Yeah.
And the Harbor Freight 26-inch top chest. The rest of it I made.
But then you got the refrigerator. You got all the different. That's great.
Hank needs about 6 of those big toolboxes.
I was just looking at it the other day, thinking about what's going to be next. And I think I figured it out.
A drawer underneath by the wheels.
I have one down there already. I don't know if I've not showed it or not, but there's a drawer down there. Okay. I'm going to put a filing cabinet drawer in the locker, I think. I measured it out and it should just fit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
And I can clean some of the paperwork out of the other drawers and move some tools around. And I'll have space to buy more stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's what I need.
Yeah, I know. A good place to hide all our stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you as well, Dave.
You too, Dave.
So what are we going to do to mess with Kenny here? We all face the other direction or something? Or
we could all turn our cameras off and just leave our emblems or our logos off.
Yeah.
That would be funny if we all dropped out and came back to nothing.
Yeah, and we wouldn't do it on him though, would we?
No, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be. It would be funny, yeah.
Yeah, but then that'll be the end of the stream, and
we don't want that.
Take all the fun away.
Yeah.
No.
So they won't let you retire yet, huh, Scotty?
I mean, I don't want to retire yet.
No.
I'm ready to retire.
I gotta
Me
make
too.
more. I gotta save more footage for more videos.
Yeah.
Hush, Klaus.
Yes.
Now, the place that you work, do they have a retirement plan?
Oh, there's a plan, Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Now, because these days, if you retire, you better have something else besides Social Security.
Right. Yeah. You're like your big side gig, your YouTube videos, Hank.
My YouTube videos?
Your YouTube video.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, after you retire, you can still make X amount of money on top of that every month, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm this close.
You just got to control the size of your channel so you don't make too much.
Well, my channel is so small, and it's been small for years and years. Everybody that started off with me is well into the 5,000s and all that. I'm still 800 and something.
I'm going into me 1K.
Yeah, you're getting close there, Lee. Yeah.
If I can make it, I'll be happy. If I'm not bothered. As I say in my videos, I only do it for the enjoyment of.
Yeah. Well, the Lawnmower Detective and I are about the same, and we're at the same time we started.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you and Lawnmower Detective started at the same time, didn't you?
Yeah. But I'm happy where I am because
I am.
If I'm making money through YouTube, now I got to claim all that and everything,
Yeah,
And
that's
you don't have to answer 900 questions either.
Yeah.
Every video.
But that's one advantage of having a smaller channel. You can be more personal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen?
I don't want to be just a lawnmower repair. I want, big dog repair means big dog repair. Repair this, repair that, not just lawnmowers.
No, when you do get in the shop though, you do put some awesome content out though, Hank.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm trying this videography stuff now with the different cameras and everything, different angles.
Yeah.
I'll be able to, like, if I'm welding, have different angles of it.
Yeah.
Because I want to do more welding videos. Then I do some gardening, so I'd like to get some gardening angles in there. And I got a bunch of writers I still got to fix.
Yeah.
And engines up the yin, I got to rebuild engines. Oh, man, I got so many.
Yeah, that's what I've done. I'm changing the way I done with mine. I've got another camera on the way. I'm already looking at another bench cam that I can zoom in with. I'm trying from different angles in this hobby room and to get where I want to be with putting the stuff out there. You've got to change with this to get the stuff better.
Yeah, I've got enough problems just with one camera. I can't even imagine what's going to happen if I get two.
I've got.
You guys still there?
Yeah. Brett's in the basement. Ken.
I had a work emergency. Sorry about that.
You're lucky we're still here.
Four cameras I've got.
Yeah. We enjoy seeing your foot for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Who's in the basement?
Brett. It was Brett.
He was, but that was like 20 minutes ago.
Right. That Melhouse. Robert.
Yeah. Hey, Robert.
Robert, you look like a minion. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm out here in the shop and I had to wear my coveralls and my safety hoodie.
Oh, so it dropped below 60 with you as well, just like with John?
Yeah, we're probably in the 30s. I tell you what, though, yesterday it took a long time for all that frozen ice to melt. I mean, it's
Frozen ice. Imagine that, frozen ice.
well, it was more with frozen raindrops. It was you could walk on it, but you had to be real careful.
That's
Nah,
what we've got here. That's what we've got here. We've had snow for about 3 days, and now the temperatures are dropping. The snow's turning into ice, and some of our roads are black ice in places.
yep. Nah, I'm sitting back out here at this engine on this chipper shredder. I got the fire bell. I said I'm having to pour gas in the carburetor, and I'm thinking it might be the pump. I don't know. Like I said, the thing and it's hard to start. So that flywheel, that impeller, it adds a little resistance to the engine. I said I can pour gas in the carburetor and the thing will run fine, but I don't know what it is.
Does it start and die, or does it stay
It
running?
starts up and stays running, but it's just getting it started.
I just wonder if that choke ain't closing all the way.
Oh, the choke's working fine. The choke plate worked fine. I don't know what it is. It's just that when I got the engine, I got it out of the box, and the lady got to dump the oil out of it, and there was oil coming out of the carburetor. It saturated the paper filter. The pre-filter was through. I said I cleaned out the crankcase be the best I could because I had to take all the off just to get to it. It'd be like, yeah, that's a challenge. So I said, the thing runs.
Is that a Predator motor or is that a
It's a
Breeze?
Breeze 5-horse industrial commercial, the 1993 model.
Well worn in without oil. Is that the one?
Well, and plus it has a low oil sensor on it. So I know I got the problem out of oil in it. And I checked the spark on the spark plug. It's got spark. It's just, I don't know what it is unless it's that diaphragm pump gone out. So I said, I'm going to pour gas on the carburetor to get the fire.
Is that a tank mounted carb on that, or is that a bolt carb?
No, it's mounted to the gas tank.
Okay, pulse jet.
Yeah.
I would make sure that spring and cup are in the right place on that behind the diaphragm.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Because somewhere along the lines, it isn't picking the fuel up to put it in that little reservoir so the engine can run off.
Yeah.
That tube might have a crack along the hose side of it.
Yep.
Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, especially the brass tube. Yeah.
Because the thing is, from a 1 to 10, how complicated is it to remove all this? Because, this is how it's set up. This is the engine control. I said, I've yet to even, that lawnmower is easy.
Let me see.
There's a lot of videos on that, Robert. So check out the videos because there's this little, what do they call, finger that has to go into where the choke is to pull it back and all that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It has
If
to push into
it's
that.
not in there, it doesn't pull it back far, enough.
Well, I said the choke butterfly works perfect. I don't know what it is. Like I said, like I said, I was thinking because it was spitting all out, and I'm like, I looked that up, and they said it's the crankcase breather. I don't know.
No, no, you're not getting suction, so it's either a gasket that sandwiched, and it's letting air through, or get yourself a little squeeze bottle of water
and messing with buttons again.
Yeah.
We got a minute left, everybody, because I got guests coming over for dinner. So we'll still get the grayed out chat if everybody wants to chat. But we got about a minute left. So.
I just had the old Craftsman out here just a little bit ago, Ken.
What's that?
The old Murray Craftsman snowblower on my channel. I just took it out for a run today.
Did you get snow?
Yeah, we had some, and then we got about 3 inches overnight. I ain't really been out all week except to go to work because I ain't been feeling good. But today I felt froggy enough to go out there and do that. And
yeah, we were just bordering freezing,
ran
so
good.
now it's melting, but it's gonna freeze up tonight.
We're freezing here. We're literally got snow. We've had snow for 3 days, and it's freezing.
Homemade tools, Scott. That's your.
Oh, that's the one that dropped today.
I'll just be glad when all this crap is over with and the warm weather hits again, because my body can't take that cold.
All right, guys, we are at 2 hours, so that's going to be it for today. I got to help my wife and cook this and that. So anyway, we're going to have the grayed out chat. You guys want to hang around doing chat and all that, that's fine too. Everybody out there, thanks for doing it. Hit the like on your way out to help the channel.
Enjoyed it.
And I'm going to see you next week, but who knows? We may have another one during the week. So take care, everybody. Thanks.